Welcome back. Now, many taxpayers across the country have taken commendable steps to comply with their legal obligation of submitting tax returns. However, over the past few days, some challenges have been experienced with the Namibia Revenue Agency's integrated tax administration system, commonly known as ITAS, particularly as taxpayers rush to meet the deadline. Joining us this morning to provide clarity and updates on the matter is Tonateni Shidhudhu, the spokesperson for the Namibia Revenue Agency. Mr. Shidhudhu, thank you so much for making time to speak to us on this Thursday morning.
Good morning, Glot, and thank you for having me.
Shidhudhu, briefly, can you start to explain what caused the recent system interruptions experienced on the ITAS portal during the tax return submission period? What seems to be the problem?
Thank you. Good morning, Namibia, for having me and for the opportunity to speak directly to the nation, particularly our individual taxpayers, regarding the submission of tax returns. First, let me start by sincerely thanking all the taxpayers who managed to submit their returns. We truly appreciate their commitment to fulfilling these important legal obligations. Now, to your questions. Yes, we are aware that many taxpayers experienced challenges with the ITAS portal over the past few days. The main reason for the system interruption was simply high traffic. A large number of users were trying to access the system at the same time, which slowed things down and in some cases caused disruption. We want to sincerely apologize for the inconvenience this has caused, and I want to assure viewers that our technical team has been working around the clock to stabilize the system and improve performance moving forward.
You've also just apologized now, but you had also equally issued an apology to taxpayers for this inconvenience. And you also indicated that your technical teams are doing everything to ensure that you stabilize the system. Has there been an update in terms of this stability when it comes to the system? And I'm sure that there are also still some Namibians who have not yet submitted their tax returns on time, and perhaps the delay was also caused by the fact that, the traffic was heavy. Is there now still an opportunity for those that missed out because of the heavy traffic for them to be able to submit?
Can you just repeat the question again?
I'm saying, now that you have indicated that your technical teams are doing everything that they can to ensure that the ITAS system is working, is there still an opportunity, even though after the deadline, for those that have missed due to the high traffic to be able to make their submissions?
Yes, the system is currently working. We, as I said, we have been experiencing challenges. Sometimes it's on and off. But as of yesterday, I think things have been really good. A number of people that have been turning up were able to submit. We are just appealing to taxpayers to continue submitting. We have noticed that some taxpayers received their Pay 5 earlier in the month, and it would really make a difference if submission were spread were spread out over time rather than concentrated at the same time, because our people like acting at the last minute. We are really just appealing to them to start submitting earlier in the month. Do not wait for last minute, because it puts strains on the systems. So it's a two-way effort. We are doing our part to improve the system reliability, and we ask taxpayers to plan ahead and file earlier when possible.
Are there any implications for those that are making submissions late? For those that have not yet filed their submissions? Are there any implications?
Your line is not clear.
I'm saying, are there any implications for those that have not yet made their submission in terms of the tax returns?
Yes. Thank you for that important question. Although the official deadline has passed, we want to make it very clear that the submission process is not closed. We are still encouraging all taxpayers who haven't filed yet to do so as soon as possible. It's better to submit late than not at all. So for those who may be struggling with the system or unsure about how to go about it, our offices across the country remain open to assist. We have dedicated staff already to work you through the process. So in terms of implications, if you submit late and you have outstanding balances on your account, you may accrue interest. So, and this is why we are encouraging taxpayers to not to wait for a long time or not to delay. So it's better that they make use of this opportunity to make sure that they submit their returns.
Now, we understand that over 95% of visitors to NamRA's exhibition stand at the Ondangwa Trade Fair simply came to submit returns. What does this level of engagement say about taxpayer behavior, and how is NamRA adapting to its outreach strategies?
Yes, the level of engagement we saw at the Ondangwa Trade and Industrial Exhibition was truly encouraging. So over 90% of the visitors, as you said, to our stand came specifically to submit their tax returns. And that tells us that taxpayers are becoming more aware of their obligations and are willing to comply. They just need the right support and access. It also confirms that bringing services closer to the people makes a real difference. That's why NamRA is adapting its outreach strategy to be more proactive, community-based, and responsive. So we are taking service beyond our offices into regions, exhibitions, and public spaces, because when we meet taxpayers where they are, compliance improves. So this approach is not only about convenience. It's all about building trust, offering education, and making sure that no one is left behind. So we plan to continue with this model going forward.
Now, as we begin to wrap up our conversation, perhaps let's talk about the tax amnesty program. Is that still ongoing, and how crucial is it with regards to tax submissions? You're talking about the accrued interest that one might accrue, but we know that there is a tax amnesty program that is extended until 2026. What is the significance of the tax amnesty when it comes to the submission of individual tax returns?
Thank you for that question, Lord. Yes, it's very important that we remind taxpayers that the tax amnesty is still going on. It was extended by the Minister of Finance last year, and it will continue until October 2026. So we encourage taxpayers to take part in the amnesty program. So if you happen to have outstanding tax balances, so you can ask or you can take part in the amnesty. You can get registered and have, once you pay your capital amount, you will have then your interest and penalties waived. So it's really a great opportunity. We are trying our best to assist our taxpayers, and we are just encouraging them to make use of these opportunities. So really, especially for those that cannot use ITAS on their own, so when they come at our offices, they must always ask. So if they are told that they have outstanding balances, they can always ask if they can how they can take part in the tax amnesty. And sometimes in most cases, our officials also explain these things to the taxpayers and assist them to register in the amnesty, so that the interest and penalties can be waived.
Finally, what message would you like to share with the taxpayers who may still be hesitant or unsure about how to proceed with their tax obligations at this stage?
My message is simple. It's not too late. If you have not filed your tax return yet, please do so as soon as possible. If you are unsure or need help, visit any NamRA office. We are here to assist. And don't forget to follow our social media platforms for easy-to-follow guides and videos that can help you navigate ITAS with confidence. So what we are saying is that if you go to our Facebook or Instagram, TikTok pages, you will really find those videos that will teach you how to use ITAS or how to upload your Pay5 on your own. So really, we are thankful for those that have turned up so far, and we are inviting more taxpayers to make use of the opportunity and submit their returns.
Well, Mr. Tonateni Shidhudhu, thank you so much for making time to speak to us this morning, and I'm sure our viewers have heard you correctly and they will do their best to comply.
Thank you for having me.